Hey guys, it's Mike the Wrestling Godsmith, and you guys are watching All in Wrestling, the premier YouTube show that focuses on NXT, 205, SmackDown, and Raw, and many more. So, the purpose of this video, guys, is gonna be this is for my NXT. This is gonna be NXT and NXT UK review that I'm going to do. So, here's what I think, and there's a lot of stuff happened last night for NXT, and there's so much to talk about. Like the breakout tournament's awesome. All this new talent is really good. They had like a couple good matches, and I will give Keith Lee a lot of things he has changed. Keith Lee has changed, man, and like he's getting better every time I see him. The reason why is because it's like his gimmick, his whole bask in his glory, and he has the Spider Man the Spider Man type, and then he has another like he has the I forgot what it's called, the the lawyer type, and then it's bask in his glory Keith Lee with big sports letters, which I like, and then he has that. But I do like the Spider Man type. I like the Sam Raimi Spider Man. I would say Spider Man 1 type, going into Spider Man 1 and 2 and 3. But I like it though. And he took on this dude who was the breakout star, and he like the breakout star tried to do a Ric Flair chop. It didn't work. He tried to slap him in the chest. It didn't work. It literally didn't even work against him. Like, it was a quick match. He just like all he did was he shoulder tackled him, and then he did his power bomb. I think it's a power bomb neck breaker combination, and he just slammed him. And then Keith Lee just took him out like in a second. Keith Lee, I don't know what it is. Like he needs to be on the main roster, man. And I like Keith Lee. I just like his gimmick. I like him. I do like the Street Profits too, because the Street Profits were cool. And the Street Profits, I'm actually glad they got the titles because it means that everybody's after them. Meaning that he's got meaning they got the Forgotten Sons, Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan. He's got them. They got, you know, they also got the Undisputed Era after them. And you know what? Like, I'm not even mad that the match was just really good. Like, they were gonna win, and of course, Riker had to get in and start pointing, getting a disqualification, and then only Witch and Danny Bergen helped them out against the Forgotten Sons, and they looked at the titles. They were looking at the titles, and then what happened was they said you owe us, meaning they are gonna get an NXT title shot, and I'm thinking they're all gonna like William Regal is actually gonna do something he's never done before, and I think like as I saw and also I'm gonna talk about the big match, but I'm warming up to it. Like I did like the Adam Cole Championship tour because you know what, he went from NXT UK, he went to Download Fest, he has a private jet, which is really cool, and I like that. And you know what? He went to I think it's Gargano's Deli or something like that. I think he went to Johnny Gargano's, like, father's deli. And here's the thing. Like, I don't hate, I really don't hate the fact that, like, Adam Cole is the champion because Undisputed Era is flourishing and they're going to keep flourishing once. And the one thing I like, actually, because next week I like I do like Roderick Strong against Tyler Breeze, because Tyler Breeze being on NXT, it's bringing the ratings up even higher than it is on the main roster shows, and SmackDown is getting higher because of Joe and everything. They're gonna get that rivalry going. That's gonna be a hot rivalry, bro. That's gonna be a hot one. And here's the thing, and I'll be honest with you guys, like, I'll be honest, man, NXT was crazy. But I know I'm whetting your appetites for the big match. I know you guys want to hear about the first ever women's cage match, and I'll tell you, that cage match was extreme. It wasn't a regular cage match. Io and Shayna almost killed each other in there. Like, yo, like, tell me this, right? Like, Shayna can do every submission, and she tried to, like, the funny thing is she tried to, like, choke her out in the first minute. And the funny thing is, Io just kept firing back. Went from did like deadlift Germans, jumping knees off the second rope, spears, everything you get him like DDTs, everything. And the funny thing is, she's about to she's literally in the cusp, and she was about to climb down, and she jumps off of she moonsaults off of the cage and went and stuck the landing. And the crazy part was, and then Maria Shapiro came in, and Jessica Duke came in, and they were trying to mess up. They were trying to interfere. And the crazy part was, like, they locked the door and she couldn't get out. Like, Io couldn't get out. And then crazy part was they tried to fight her. Like, they literally tried to fight her. Then Candice LeRae gets in the cage and does a body splash, and she was beating the crap, and everybody was knocked out. And then Io did she did a power bomb off the second rope to knock her out, because like Shayna was trying to climb out. Like, Shayna tried to tap her out and tried to do the choke, the rear naked choke, and tap her out, like, to make her pass out. And Io would not stay down. Like, she kicked her off of her, hit her head against the turnbuckle, hit her but the crazy part was she hit her with the door, and she just, like, accidentally, Shayna fell out. And I just can't believe it. Like, she was about to win the title. And then the crazy thing is, I'm gonna tell you that the heel turn. But the heel turn was crazy. Like, first she hit Candice LeRae, and then she hit her, and then she cried because she was angry. And then what she did was she took a chair and just started beating the crap out of her with a chair, and she left. And she said, "I don't need no friends." Meaning that she literally did a heel turn. And I'm not even mad that she did it, because when you lose and you start snapping and you start figuring out, why am I losing so much every turn, she's gonna win. Because the thing is, I thought she was gonna do with the Johnny Gargano, like, put her career on the line. She's not gonna do that. But I also like the Kushida video package, because you know what, when he did a video interview, and he actually said NXT, SmackDown, Raw, 205 Live, Desu. Like, he's waiting for who will step up to him. Meaning Drew Gulak, meaning all these dudes he's fought against. And I'm telling you, Kushida is going to freaking blow people's mind when he gets to the main roster. The NXT is nothing. Like, I want him there. Like, I want him in the main roster. I want him on 205, but I don't want him as a cruiserweight. I want that dude as a heavyweight champion. Or Universal, because I like him. I like what he does, and I like what he can do. And also, guys, and then there was a Damian Priest interview, and this dude, I don't know what it is, and I'm telling you guys, like, this guy Damian Priest he's a badass. Like, the dude has the vest. He puts the vest on, and like he's like it's a surprise, and he was like, all those dudes that are there, they're not gonna be remembered, but Damian Priest will. And he walks in the darkness, like, engulfed in darkness. That is, like, I don't know what it is about Damian Priest. Like, this dude is not. He's not Baron Corbin. He's not Aleister Black. He's not any of them. Like, this dude is his own man. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you guys, man. Damian Priest is a beast. I don't know what it's like. He literally, like, he's gonna be a really dominant force in NXT. Like, I'm telling you, he's not gonna fight. He's not just fighting anyone. Like, I'm telling you, these breakout talents are coming in, and they're gonna be joining. The roster's gonna get even bigger. And I'm telling you, like, we thought we were going to just develop a Team Dream and Tyler Breeze, the OG. Like, we're not getting a bunch of people. Like, we're getting a bunch of guys who are very, very talented. And I'm telling you, man, these dudes are literally learning everything that they can. But anyway, guys, that's my NXT part. But I'm going to talk about NXT UK because a lot of stuff happened. So, here's the thing. I got a lot to talk about. And NXT UK was good yesterday. I don't mind to start this off. So number one, the Mark Andrews versus, I think it was Mark Andrews versus what was his name? Joseph, I think it's Joseph Joseph Couture, I think his name is. So Mark Andrews wins against JC, and he wins against him. And the funny thing about Mark Andrews, and I'm sorry, like Mark Andrews, like whatever his gimmick, him being a skater is cool because I like the whole skating gimmick, and I love it, and I like the fact that he's real cool with it. Like his move sound this like the Stun Dog Millionaire. That just sounds like the freaking coolest move for a guy like him. I'm sorry, that's just awesome. And the funny thing, he was striking, like he was using his, like it was a power game. And the thing, JC's a power wrestler because I could tell, like with his lifts, his deadlifts, his strength, his kicks, like he's not a striker. Like Mark Andrews is a striker. He's a aerial and he's a cruiserweight. But I just I like him. This dude is going to be big in NXT UK. Like he is amazing, and I'm sorry, he's amazing. Like the stun he did, the like when he did like the Stun Dog Millionaire is like it's I would say it's like a neck, it's kind of like Will Ospreay's thing, because Will Ospreay does the exact same thing, but there's no flip to it. I think he just does the stun. I think he just does it like a stun lock, and then he hits him. He's like Will Ospreay, because I could tell that move is a Will Ospreay move. I don't know how I know it, but I can see the similarities. But like he did this like the Stun Dog Millionaire, and then what was the crazy part was he did he basically did a he did a what was it? It wasn't a move. Was it a moonsault? Yeah, he did like a small moon, like a modified moonsault off the top rope. And I think that had to be a six. That had to be like a fourth, like a 5-star like frog splash, because he had the flip like right in, like he got mad air off that. And it's easy for him to like you have to land perfectly with those, but that was a good match. It was really good. I did like the Noam Dar versus Ligero match, because there was a lot of good things. I think Noam Dar was basically being Noam Dar, he's being himself, and I'm telling you guys, like, Noam Dar was really good. Like, I don't know I like him, but I want to see what him and Kenny Williams are going to be, because Kenny Williams doesn't really come out. He never comes out to the ring. Like, he always stays in the background, I think. And he had a steel chair. He took a steel chair out. He was watching the match, and Noam Dar won, and he beat Ligero. And Ligero is not Ligero, for a guy who's actually from Leeds, England, and he has the lucha, like, I just love him. I love his gimmick. I love his aesthetic. I love the fact that he is like, I want to see who's under the mask, but I like him. But Ligero is pretty cool. I like Ligero. Ligero is pretty cool, because Ligero is like he's a boss. Like he should stay in NXT UK before going to the main roster or going to NXT, because like everybody's going to take him, because he's a different ball game, man. Like the quickness, like the strength of every like the strength of every wrestler in there, and the gimmicks make a lot of sense. Like, I like our other side of the pond. I like the fact that NXT is the other side of the pond for them, but UK is like, it's ridiculous. And the crazy part was, like, with Killer Kelly against her friend Liz. I think her name is Liz something. Forgot her last name. I think it's Liz Bourne, and she just, like, Liz is just amazing. Like, she hits, like, I'm telling you, bro, that women's match was good. Like, I forgot who tried these two other women's UK wrestlers tried to distract her, but she didn't get caught by the distraction. She won clean, because she did I always say she did like a miniature code, like she literally did like a miniature code breaker, like Chris Jericho move, and it was just crazy. She won, and you know what? I like Toni Storm. I like the interview she had, because you know what, Kylie Ray. I see it, bro. Like, I see it. I'm gonna see it next week, but I see it, and I see it because she just, like, the interview was great, because she said I like Kylie Weaver. I respect her as an athlete, but she's not telling us when it's gonna be. Meaning that they're gonna get that match next week. Because, or wait till card draft to do it. Because you know what, I like the fact that she's not a different. Like I like the fact that she's not evil, but I like the fact that there are women rivalries happening, and I like the fact that Piper Niven against Rhea Ripley is just is the rivalry from what I've seen. The rivalry is fucking sick. Like Piper Nevins is like she's the opposite of what we would expect from her, but she's a freaking badass. And the funny thing is, they're having this the video package and the rivalry makes sense because they're trying to see who's the dominant force in the women's in the women's in the women's I forgot the name of it. Who's the dominant force in who's the dominant woman in the women's division? Who's the dominant force in the women's division? And I get it. Like I get Tony, I get the reasons, like I get all of it, and I'm telling you. Also, with the Walter versus the Kiwi Buttsaw Travis Banks, it was an amazing match because I saw it. And I'm telling you, you guys think I'm crazy, and I'm gonna say this again. Imperium is killing freaking NXT. Like, I'm sorry. The tracksuits, the gimmick, the freaking teamwork, the, the, the work. And it's not even that hard. And Walter doesn't even need them to beat Travis Banks. Like, Travis Banks showed everybody his colors. Like, he's good. He tried to do two slice break and he had him, but Walter rolled out. He knew what to do. He rolled out. He beat him, and he did the that diving headbutt and then that power bomb. Like Walter, and I'm gonna say this, guys, before I go. Walter is NXT UK. He's not a Pete Dunne. He's not British Strong Style. He's not Mustache Mountain. He's not the Coffee. He's not Joe Coffee. He's not the Coffee, but he's not Wolfgang. The guy physically exudes ring professionalism. Like, this dude knows how to be a ring general. Like, he's not doing joints. He's attacking, but he doesn't say a lot. He's very quiet. I'm telling you, he's got that Andre the Giant feeling, and I'm telling you, he's got that vibe, that unstoppable force, immovable object. Like, I'm telling you, it's like dealing with, like, him and Dunn are not done. But the match was incredible, guys. But this has been my review of NXT UK. But also, I have one more little prediction I'm going to make. And that's for next week. I believe Zach Gibson, the grizzled young veterans, are going to get their butts kicked by Mustache Mountain. Why? Because you know what? Tyler Bate has changed since he's changed. And you know what? I like Mustache Mountain. I like the guys. I like Undisputed Era. I like all the stuff that NXT UK brings. It brings that fire that NXT has. And it's just as big. But like I said, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.